Hi everybody, it's Christina from Christina's Crafts, and I am going to show you how to make this super cute fall home decor using Dollar Tree supplies. And this is what it looks like with minimal lighting. And this is what it looks like with all the lights off. Alright, so this project is going to be Dollar Tree packed. So I got this stretch canvas from Dollar Tree. It's the 8x10. So I'm going to take this apart, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to take this that I got from Dollar Tree also, and I am going to wrap this around my canvas. So I am going to, I want a little bit of grip on here. But I want this to the end of the canvas to cover it up. So I just want to make sure I'm on point here. It's all right if the ends stick off a little bit, but I am going to hot glue this onto my canvas. Like so, and then like that, and then I'm going to cut this end off and hot glue this end on. Okay, and then I am going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of line this up the best that I can, and I'm going to put the next 3 rows on. Okay, so I'm getting the second one on, and I just wanted to mention that you're going to have to pull this really tight. I didn't want to put any hot glue on the front of it because it would show through. So you really have to pull this really tight when you're putting it on and try to hot glue it on. So I would suggest not cutting your ends so you have something to hold on to pull. Get my hat. If I had a big piece of burlap, obviously that would work better, but I don't. So I'm just hot gluing it down and then just cutting it. All right, one more to go. Okay, I have my burlap all on there. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this burlap ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree, and I am going to put it around the outside of it to kind of finish it off a little bit. So I don't really like the white canvas completely sticking out, so I'm just going to stick this ribbon on here. All right, I am right at the end here, and I'm just going to snip the end off. All right, and then my canvas is all ready to go. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate it. So I'm going to set this aside for right now, and I have this little metal harvest sign, which my Dollar Tree has never had before, so I was super excited to find this. It actually came in a 3-pack, and there was 3 of them in there, and it all said different things. So I'm going to take the harvest sign, and I am going to paint it this Java color. That seems to be what I've been doing for a lot of my fall stuff. I'm really liking this Java color. And then I am going to paint my pumpkin this Waverly chalk paint pumpkin color. All right, I just grabbed a little piece of what do you call it? I can't even think, craft paper, so I could start painting my sign. Now I'm thinking this is probably going to need a few coats. I probably should have maybe Mod Podged it or something beforehand, but we're gonna try this out. I'm gonna put a coat on there and see how it looks, and then I'm gonna try another coat once it dries. So I'm just gonna get a coat of that on there. And then I have this little orange pumpkin. So I'm gonna paint the stem brown on my orange pumpkin right here. So that's probably gonna need 2 coats. And then I'm gonna be using this pumpkin, and I'm gonna paint the stem. I'm gonna pull that out of there. Paint the stem of this pumpkin so it doesn't look so plasticky. Which I think I did. Is that my last video, the fall sign that I made? I used these pumpkins. All right, I am going to try to put another coat on this quick. I want to see if this is actually going to stick or not. Maybe I might have to try a different brush, but I'm just going to keep trying to paint this and see if this is going to work. I want to cut this pumpkin in half to put on my sign. So I'm going to try my knife here. Last time I used a steak knife last time I cut a pumpkin, and I did not like the way that turned out. So I'll try this, and nope, see, I think I need a way better blade. All right, so I'm gonna use the part with the stem. You could use this part on a different project, or this pumpkin. You just get a little wood stick or something to stick out at the top. All right, so I have the side with the hole here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint it this pumpkin color. Yeah, I think that orange is gonna look a lot better with this pumpkin color. Not really a big fan of that bright orange. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a coat of this pumpkin color on my half a pumpkin. Okay, so my harvest is still drying. I put a couple coats on there. I think it looks pretty good. And I'm just gonna leave it like that with a little bit showing through because I kind of like that. And my orange pumpkin is all done. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this pumpkin in half. Because I'm not gonna paint this one, I'm gonna keep this one the color that it is. So I'm just gonna get this one cut in half. All right, that one was all done. And then I am going to just cut a little notch out of this right here so I can stick my stem back in there. This is gonna just get hot glued right into there. Just gonna stick there right in like that. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is, while that's drying, is I am going to get my sign together. So what I wanna do is I wanna put some jute, which I think this is actually hemp, to hang my sign. And I actually got this drill, this little Black & Decker drill. It was on sale at Menards for $22. And I got these drill bits, 19 piece, so that was $6.99 at Menards. But I already pre-drilled a hole on this side. I think it was that side. Yes, I have a hole pre-drilled over on this side. I measured about 1 inch in, so, and it went right through the burlap ribbon. So I'm just gonna go about 1 inch in on this side. Make sure I have. There we go, now we're through. And then make sure you reverse it to come back out. All right, so you can't really see the hole because I have the ribbon on there, but that thing worked awesome, by the way. So I have my hemp here, and what I'm gonna do is I need to find where my hole was, and I already have some tape on there, so I have a good, I don't know what you say, so the hemp doesn't split, and then you are able to push it right through the hole. So then I'm just gonna snip that end off, and then I am going to tie this into a knot. I'm gonna put a couple knots in there. Okay, so I have a knot tied in there, and I have it pulled tight. Then I had these beads laying around the house, and I am actually gonna put these on here. The plan is I'm gonna have some leaves sticking up over here, but I'm still just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the beads on the other side because I don't know how far up I'm going to put them yet, but I think the beads just give it a little added touch, and they're just gonna stick at the bottom of the frame here. So I'm gonna see if I can find my other hole here. And I already have the tape on this other end of the hemp or jute, whichever it is. And then I am gonna tie that one on there. I could try to take the tape off, but I'm kind of in a hurry, so we're just gonna snip it off for right now. But the tape does come off pretty easy. Get my knot tied in there. All right, and my hanger is all done. And then the next thing that I want to do is I got these lights from Dollar Tree. Whoop, box is upside down. They're little orange lights. And I'm going to get those attached to the back of my canvas. I already have batteries in here. I did have to purchase batteries for it. They do not come with batteries. But I am going to stick my battery box right in this corner over here. And if you can see, there's a little screw there to get this open. And the switch is also right here to turn it on and off. So I am going to hot glue the battery box right into this corner. And that's going to be the lower right side of my project. So I'm going to stick that right in there. That way you can still change the batteries, and right from behind you can turn it on and off. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to glue my lights onto my project, and I want to kind of keep it towards the middle, and it's just going to kind of look like this. So I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue on these lights just to hold them in the back. All right, I have all my lights put on the back, and as you can see, they're just kind of shining through right now, but I have bright light. They actually, when you hang it up, it puts a little, you can see the little lights, but then it also puts a glow on the wall right there. So I'm just gluing these on here. Just stick a little hot glue right on there, and then pull the bead down. And then I'm going to stick a little more hot glue on top of this one and glue that bead to that one. Right, now I am going to glue my decorations onto my sign. That's going to be the last step. So if you can see those lights are on there, it's kind of hard to see unless I hold it up, but I'm going to try to rearrange or arrange my harvest so that the lights where I put them are kind of sticking through and I'm not covering any of them up. So I'm just going to stick a little hot glue and get this glued down. Okay, so I'm just going to stick a little hot glue under a couple spots on here, just so it stays pretty good. All right, and then I'm going to put my pumpkins on, and I think I'm going to put the big one on the end over here. So just get some hot glue on my styrofoam, and I'm going to stick my pumpkin right to it. And then I'm going to do that with my orange one also right next to that one. All right, so I'm going to get my leaves on here. Now I got this bushel of leaves and this vine leaf. Those were all from Dollar Tree, and I just picked a couple different colors of the leaves because I just thought the mixture would look a lot better than just all orange or just all dark. Now look at how this one is all, this leaf is all bent and goofy. So I'm just gonna set it down and then take my heat gun and I'm gonna straighten it right out. See how that just flopped right over? So I'm just gonna heat it up. You just don't want to keep it on there too long because otherwise you might melt them. look at how flat that looks. Oh, that looks so much nicer. That is such an awesome trick. Okay, so I'm gonna get my leaves on here, and I wanna try to, I don't know if how well you can see that, my light's in there. I can see it better when it's laying down, but I don't wanna cover any of those lights up, so I'm gonna try to avoid that area. But I am gonna hot glue my leaves on here. And then I'm gonna stick this one, and I also want to keep those beads in there too, so that's another issue I'm working with, is I want to be able to see the beads. Right there. That should be about good. And then I got this, and I'm glad I got them before they were gone, but these pumpkin scented pine cones, and they actually have, they have the pine cones in there, but they also have these little pumpkins, which I think are really cute too. And they smell so good. So I am going to cover up the stems here with my pine cones. That one, whoops. I'm gonna stick that one over that stem right there. And I think I'm gonna stick that one about there, so you can't see where the stems are cut off on there. Stick those little pine cones. So I thought it looked a little weird. I'm gonna actually add one more pine cone on there. I'm gonna stick it right up in there. All right, and then I found I had one of those little pumpkins in the potpourri thing. Hot glue him on there. Okay, and then the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna stick some pine cones down in the corner here. I always look, if you look at the pine cones, they're not perfect, so I just kind of try to stick with the better looking sides facing out. And that one's gonna go right there. All right, and I am all finished. And there is my finished sign. I think that turned out really cute. I think the more and more you craft, I think the better you get. But thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe, and don't forget to hit the little bell so that you get notifications when I upload. And take care. Bye.